What's up, everyone? It's your boy Showtime. The topic of this video: should you pull or should you not? The common struggle we all face in gacha games. So, real quick before I get into the topic, though, you guys don't understand how my account is. I re-rolled this account about 4 days ago now. Reason I re-rolled, I ran out of crystals on the other account, and I didn't have what I wanted character. So, in the re-roll, I actually got pretty lucky. But to make it short, I got 6 SSR here. They're all decent, you know, but I wish I had like God Hunter Shin and Golem's type of thing eventually. And then these are my characters, so extra characters I have Golem, Prince, Princess, Robin, Dine, and Lucael, who is the current banner unit. Pretty lucky on characters right there, and I'd love to have like Shin and some other characters, but it gets so. This is the current banner right now, which is Lucael, who I have, and then Archangel Smile. Now let me tell you something. I would love to have Archangel Smile because there is a skill on there, or a passive, where you use your ultimate and it pretty much replenishes all of your like 1 through 3 skills. If not full, like most of the way. So at that point, you get in some really cool situations where you could blow all your skills, like you get to the boss mob, raid mob, blow all your skills, ulti, blow all your skills again. If you're using the arc that increases your break power by 100%, I'm not talking about the break passive, but actually in the arc. Well, imagine, you know, you break the arc, your ultimate, and then depending on what you got going on, if you can kill him by using all your skill spammage, just spam skills, kill it, or wait until he comes back and you got all your skills up, you just break him again. Pretty freaking simple, pretty freaking crazy, right? Depending on which character you're using it on, like a strong breaker like Zek. But at the same time, I look at this banner and I'm like, well, I already have Lucael. So the odds of me getting Archangel Smile, So, as you see up here, I'm hoarding crystal. And we're going to get into which units are going to be coming. I'm going to do a separate video on all the units that are coming. And you can decide yourself what to do there. So, but then, you know, I start to consider some other things, like there is a... For those who don't know, on your arcs, you can actually click either at certain times or on certain like sparkles and stuff and get treasures. You pull up, and I'll put links to all the. I'm gonna bring up like 3 different websites thing. You're gonna need a translator for this one, actually probably for all of them. But pretty much, this is a guide to what arcs give you when they're awakened to a certain point. What I mean by that? Well, when you get them to 10%, in this case 20%, etc., all this right here, these are the different things they're going to get. And you look at them, some of them are pretty crazy. Like Rainbow, like super hard to farm right now. Ranger Godstone. Get some Shin souls over here on certain ones. And of course, there's other souls for other characters. You know, there's just all types of like high-level farming mats. Ethereum, so you can awaken your arcs even more. Just insane stuff, so I'll put this down. I'll put this in for you guys. Could end up doing a separate video on it. So I start to consider that. I'm like, well, how close am I to X arc? And then, you know, you'll get copies of them. And then let me show you guys, there's another thing to consider. This was my 10 ticket pool you got from winning the tournament, a Royal Capital. Well, in this case, look at how crazy this pool was, even though I didn't get a new character, because I already had these characters, but you see there I got Lucille again. So basically, she got a free awakening. Diane also basically got a free awakening. Like I said, that's about 4 days worth of charge. You could, actually, yeah, I think that's, you could farm, let's see, 20 hours, 5 shards every 20 hours, get 4 shards. So never mind, that's actually like a week plus. Works there pretty good. Could be right around a week actually. I guess it just depends how much you play. And you see I got mostly copies of arcs. I got one new arc, which was Magic Mirror, which is actually a pretty good one. SR arc. So, but the main thing I want to illustrate to you guys was this was a 10 ticket pool. And the 10 ticket pool had the current on-banner hero on it. So I know a lot of you guys are saving up your tickets. And it is possible to pull not only the banner unit, but I'm sure you could probably pull the Archangel Smile as well. Now, I think that will be limited, though. Get into here. Let's end it real quick so you guys can see it. This is a list of units that has been released on Japan so far. So as you can see right there, Lucario, that's who we currently have. So we're pretty much on pace. Archangel Smile right there. Next is Ramiel, Dark Melza, etc. Now, the Melza, you might know she's already in the game. The dark characters, or like the Shin suits or whatever, they are going to know all the arc skills of the base character. So if you have a Melza, or like later on Robin, and all those guys, whatever arc skills you teach to those guys, they're going to be already available for your characters on if you pull the alternate versions of them. Well, in Robin's case, a lot of people actually like spell Kaito Robin. Like, apparently infinitely better because he has something to where when he crits, he has a chance to steal items. And that does count for spell damage. So, you know, if you're doing like the AoE clear, like you see a lot of people doing with Zek or Dyne or whatever right now, that's gravy as far as like getting extra loot. So a lot of people are going to be building that way, and that's actually one of the banners I'm looking forward to, along with Randy's banner. And then wherever the caster lady is, I forget if that's Foul or Matt. Oh no, my bad, it's Elisa. So Elisa's fourth banner, assuming that they stick to the... So then in that case, I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, even if I run out of stuff, which is actually going to be pretty hard, but let's say I run out of stuff to, you know, to farm on like arcs for certain characters and what have you. Probably, you know, I could just go and start regular characters a little bit and hope to pull on either a ticket, or if I'm gonna blow crystals on it, hope to pull that alternative version of the unit. Now, later on too, we got like Randy, who's from Secret of Mana, all those characters. Anything that says limited on this, I'm assuming you're not gonna be able to pull on ticket. There's gonna be like hopefully like a step up or something. See how that goes. But so right now, like I said, I'm hoarding crystals and being patient. You know, the issue I'm having with being patient is, like I said, I only have so many arcs, and I'd love to have, like I said, Shin's arc, Earth Core, or Golem rather, and yeah, there's like a couple other SSR ones. Archangel Smile right here. And then another thing I've been considering, if you look at the probability, well, basically, here it is. An SSR arc is 5%, and a unit is 3%. So combined, that's 8% chance to pull something pretty good, whether it's the on-banner or the not on-banner. And if you look at, like, let's say, you know, you really wanted Lucian, where the heck, Lucario. He's at 0.5. The other units are at 0.22. So it's a boost, but it's not like the crazy boost that you see in most games where, you know, you got, I don't know, like Epic 7, for example, I believe it's like a 95-ish or % chance. It's probably a little less of if you pull the SSR unit, you're going to get the on-banner unit, but you have a small percentage to get the off-banner unit. So in my case, in that game, I pulled a haste off of Crayon's banner, which was, like, surprised the hell out of me. I didn't even know that was possible. So, but the on-banner on this game, like, the 0.5 versus you had all these 1%. 2%, probably not even counting the 2.7, so it's probably like 2.5% versus the 0.5%. Well, you got a good chance you might pull a dupe, for better or worse. Have to consider as well. And of course they got like the running metal event. Anything else you can consider? It's not a big deal though. It's just over here you go to marketplace. The metals you can eventually exchange them if you want. It has its own little currency here. So you pull enough times, you get a unit only gacha, an SSR gacha, souls if you want souls for whatever reason, which I wouldn't recommend personally. Or you can exchange for crimson ore at a 3-to-1 rate. And then so like let's say you had 200, right? So go up to 600 crimson ore. Well, what can you really buy? Not much. Really. Can't even get like the bathing suits over here, which for some reason just as expensive as the SSR / unit only gacha tickets. And it's not like the swimsuits. Like, yeah, it's eye candy, but you know, you get some ice resist, a little bit of defense. It's not that great. So it's basically just like whale bait there. So what I'm doing with my account, I'm gonna look at all these units individually, because what I look for in units is I want my units to be unique. So as an example, in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius at the time when Lilith came out, it was Halloween last year, I believe. Might have been 2 years ago. Maybe she's just available every Halloween, whatever it was. She's really rare. And the reason I wanted her, even though I didn't get her, she's immune to Charm. Charm in that game, there's a whole bunch of debuffs in that game, but Charm, and there's a lot of characters too, so it's hard to compare to this game. But Charm was one of those debuffs that you really couldn't resist, and it was very hard to get out of unless you had certain units, and most of those units, of course, were for rare, limited time as well. So at that point, when I look at a unit, I'm like, okay, does this unit have something that's like so rare it's going to be really good for content? And you know, when I look at Luciel here, her tree, her ulti cures all status elements for all allies and cancels debuffs, boosts all status element resistances. Hey, that's pretty unique, you know. There's not another character in the game that does it that way, but can I get a character? I can get resistance for my characters passively. I can get one character that'll remove XYZ debuff just fine, but you think about like the potential with her. Like if I could make her immune to stun right now and I had her built up for the current boss and he spams out his AoE stun, I could just bing, ultimate, everyone just goes about their business. Right? We don't lose all that DPS, and that's pretty cool. And then you gotta look at their tree and be like, okay, well, what do they have that I could eventually get to? You know, Magic Castle. It's good, it's rare, but you could learn it. Fast Barrier. That's basically, I believe that's magic defense. Well, that's cool, but you know, you could probably get that at some point as well. Angelic Words. Reduce MP for light spells, okay. But you can kind of get that with Princess in a way. Oh, she's got all her certain skills, which you could look at, but I'm looking for like stuff that's like really unique. Undead Killer, we can get that. Holy Wall, it's fairly rare right now, but we can still get it. Okay, well. And here's the thing, I'm not saying she's not a useful character for you people that have her. You'd be like, you were wrong! No, she's actually a really great character, but in my case, I don't have to worry about it because I have her. But if I didn't, would I be pulling on this banner? Well, that all depends on when I go and look at all the other characters. Okay, what's this character have that no one else has? What's this character have that no one else has? And then I weigh it. And of course, you got to take into account meta stuff if you care about that, or waifu stuff if you care about it. You look at, okay, this character has this unique thing that no one else is going to have, or this dude's top tier physical, yes, and he can be built hybrid, and he can. Okay. So, it's just stuff to consider, guys. I'm telling you. So, like I said, I'll have links to all this info for you guys, and I'll be doing some videos later on the certain units that will be coming out eventually. And that's pretty much it for this videos, guys. So let me know how your gacha's been going for you so far. What would you like more of? What would you dislike? You know, the RNG struggles that we all go through. And I'll see you guys later on. Wonderful day. Peace.